Hey y'all, your girl is back. Y'all know, taking these good old notes. Had to color code today because yesterday got a little bit like extra crazy. Listen, I'm gonna just go ahead and sum it all up. Suge Knight was brought back up today once again in order to, I guess, display and show Diddy's violent rages and how he would get into fits immediately and he would be so headstrong about this situation. But one thing that I want to point out, right? That whole LA 2016 incident, I knew eventually they were going to come back to it. And the reason being is because that elevator incident that we all saw on CNN, right? We didn't see the full video. In that video, there is a part where Cassie is seen walking with the security guard that ended up getting a copy of the footage. Now, mind you, they were in LA. Cassie lived in LA. So the prosecutors went on to asking her multiple different questions, and they said, well, how did you leave the hotel? She said, I took a Uber to my home. Why would you have to Uber home if you lived in LA? And why were you staying in the hotel for a week? You obviously had to be there doing an FO, right? So then the prosecutors show her a photograph and they said, oh, who is this in the photo with you? And she said, oh, that's Jules. And she said, and the prosecutors asked, well, who is that? Cassie responded and said, oh, that is an escort. So mind you, when Cassie got home from that Uber ride, when she arrived to her apartment, Carrie Morgan was at the apartment and saw Cassie's face black and blue. When she was in the back of that Uber, she took a selfie in her phone and it shows how her lip was black and blue, so forth. Carrie Morgan called the police. The police came. However, Cassie had changed and she had on pants, so they weren't able to see the bruises that were on her legs. From this, Cassie said that she was not ready to tell her truth because the police ended up leaving. Later on that night, Diddy made her put on makeup and sunglasses to go to an after party. But this was the part that I want to bring back up that leads from my previous video. Cassie was shown a photograph of multiple different sex workers, and she was shown a photograph of a gentleman she identified as Tommy, or known as Greg. Guess who it was? Johnathan Oddi. So what's the chances of that? I promise you that man is going to be in the courthouse very, very soon